に染まった世界今日も地球のどこかでエビをむしゃむしゃ食べてフラミンゴはピンク色に染まっていくぜ
BRXD.
Kemarin pasti banyak paper Rex anjir, kayak gue udah pinter jir.
It was very complicated for them to push through all of that. Of course, but for paper Rex, it was the other way around. They got pistols, not much else.
Sama
It's
streaming
certainly
itu
going to
juga
be
lag ya.
fascinating to see how both of these teams compare against one another. But for now, though, let's send it down to the stage and bring out our teams for this epic battle.
Loh, mapnya udah pilih ya? Mapnya apa, Cok? Mapnya apa? Udah pilih map ya? Belajar dari lu, nggak boleh belajar dari gue, Cok. Kalau udah masuk berarti udah pilih map. Tadi gara-gara nonton Wilson kayak pilih map ya. Udah.
Cek tes.
Udah pilih map. Gemoy banget, monyet gila. Aaron bener-bener ice cold gini, ice cold banget, paling free, dingin. Aaron mau BU, bener.
It's the unique and bombastic team from Pacific and Paper X.
Sumpah guys, udah pilih map guys, sabar ya.
GG.
Udah pilih map guys.
On everyone's mind here is that man right there, Sadak in the middle.
Belum ya? Oh ini baru veto. What the hell? Masuk dulu baru veto? Ih, kok masuk dulu baru veto sih? Harusnya veto dulu baru masuk, Cok. Telat ya? Oh, nih guys, vetonya guys. First map. Pada komuk gue ya, maaf ya. First map. Cok. First map PS. Nggak mungkin telat veto sih. Kayaknya ngaret ngomong dah. Essence, Sunset, Break Sunset. Tadi apa map 3 ya?
A map from Paper X's tournament.
Mbak Encer kan enggak dong, di tengah-tengah lah.
They haven't won all the maps they've played it yet, but I think they have some great ideas.
Tumben kan?
Tough to deal with.
Tumben nggak? Ini teori gua habis berak
I
guys.
think that's the thing that I'm wondering is can we get
Siapa yang dua mid PRX
Are
dong?
we going to see Loud kind of do what Gen G did to Paper Rex?
I feel like for both of these teams, we have the
Ya medium rare.
making it all the way through 20 to Nationals tomorrow.
Medium rare bodoh.
We need a convincing win for either
Gua
of
laki
them.
ma.
I
Oh,
think that this map
Sorry.
number 1 is really going to decide this series.
Totally.
I think Loud is pretty favored.
man, I miss
But this
Aspas.
first map, I could see it
Siapa yang di sini
going
kangen
either way.
Aspas, guys? Aku
Both these
kangen
teams have-
sumpah.
have looked really good. At times have looked really shaky. At times on a set. I think
Namanya
Paper
juga
Rex
berak,
really
ya buang
have this
sial
one.
lah.
If they can
Seng,
I honestly
kamu-
Ada gua.
Berisik,
Kalian
berisik.
dikasih forever, Cok.
Fundamentally, Loud
Sinian,
should
Bi.
have the upper hand coming into this ascent, knowing that is, you know, the more basic map in those terms. Now, if Paper Rex like
Bang,
shenanigans,
close bet,
those
Bang.
crazy
Belum,
moves,
Bang.
they're
Betnya
able
dulu.
to disrupt
Hai.
the confidence onto Loud. I can see them taking
Santai dulu,
Yeah, and if
santai.
they- I mean, look, I feel like no matter how you go here, one thing is
Ada
for
kisah
certain
dalam
is
terakhir
that
kita
there's
sebelum
going
itu
to
benar.
be just moments of absurdity on
Yes.
each side. Players are going to be pulling off some wild plays, but
Tahu
where I'm
buru-buru
looking
banget
at
mau
here,
close
I
bet,
want to
ih.
see if QCK is going to get rattled by a very aggressive Paper X
Gila,
team.
12.000
Paper X,
LD
well,
pot,
if they
anjing.
manage to find ways kind of like wiggle around the brain of Sadak.
You got to look at the newcomers. You're talking about QCK. I'm looking at Munyek. What can he do in map 1? We're into the agent.
Cek 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 1 2 3.
Udah main ini kan, main Essen kan.
Have returned from the
Paper Rex.
back to the Phoenix.
Who would have said, you know,
Yang jelas dia
in
mandi.
2024, no Sova, no Jet, this is a new way that Ascent is going to be played. I personally really like
Ini
the
bet
get
tidak.
Love you mean it.
Labib donate Mei 10.000. Kapan nikah nih?
Masih lama, bro.
An amazing edge, and I do
Belum
think
nikah, anjing.
it's something that can be countered easily.
This is a massive.
Iya, yang cahaya
for
montage
Loud.
race
If
itu
they
di
can beat
Essen
Paper
ya.
Rex here, send them home, have a
Gua udah bilang
chance
tadi,
to go
lagi
for
sibuk
a
dia
run
ngurusin apa
in
nggak
the
tahu.
finals and maybe gets it off that second trophy. It would be incredible. But Paper Rex, they always show up at the right time.
Well, let's go ahead and get this elimination match underway and send it over to your casters, and they live for the drama. It's Bren and Sideshow.
Yeah, we definitely do. I mean, there's plenty of it here. This is an
Weh,
elimination game.
gila close bet gak sih sekarang gak sih?
By the time one of these teams
Ntar,
will be
guys.
going home excellent earlier than they potentially hoped for here in Madrid. And it's a
Close
weird
bet
one
ya,
in terms of the
10,
expectations, to be honest, Josh.
9,
Right down, going over
8,
storylines, whatever. Putting a large
7,
focus, but for both of these teams,
6,
feeling like maybe they've got something to prove here,
5,
but maybe not so much for Paper X.
4,
I think at the very beginning,
3,
this is set up to be an
2,
explosive game.
1.
The Des pointed out that neither of these teams are playing meta.
Love you mean
Both
it.
teams love to fight.
Labib donate Mei 10.000. Backlash woke manta.
Maksud, backlash maksud gue gak ngerti, cok.
Because
Both of these teams are so fast.
Makasih Labib, love you
no
mean
pause
it.
as well, just to rip,
Maksud
waiting for the
tapi saya
reaction of Paper X. And look at this, there is that reaction, Loud. Wandering and waiting into mid, trying to go for the double setup, just swinging into it now with the fault line to set this one up. They want to try and take the brawl, and it's a delayed fight, honestly. At 1 minute, who can really call it? This is it,
Ya
the
Allah,
damage
sayang
now, finally
banget.
bullets
Ya
peppering
Allah.
through, and blind as a bat does not matter for Kawazine. There needs to be the response, and it's there. Paper
Oke,
X
oke.
coming out swinging.
Ya Allah, kita hilang ya guys.
Heads being found here, straight to the cranium.
Oke.
That's a little bit messy still. The job
Dia gak tahu nih, cok. Kisuke di
Last one
Asher.
standing, players are weak.
Lah bismillah.
Oke, for second. Menyelamatkan
So
round
pistol
di
round for
sini.
Paper X, a highlight focused on by the desk, talking about how much these pistol rounds matter for both of these teams. They're leading in terms of that
Oke,
metric
mantap.
here in
Oh,
Madrid, but it's Paper
mantap.
X who would have
Maksud,
picked this.
kenapa mantap?
And
Anjing.
guess who comes out on top throughout all of that? Being able to bail his team out of a rough situation from top mid.
Nice
against
banget,
a
Jason.
Miles rush,
Jason.
essentially. It's Forsaken, the guy who's been clearly, in my opinion, the best player for Paper X at this tournament. I don't think he was during kickoff.
Di
I
2
don't
lawan
think
4
he
menang.
always has been, but he is right
Enggak 2
here,
lawan
right
4 itu.
now.
3 lawan
Getting
Love
him
you
on
mean
the
it.
line.
Labib
Major
donate
win
Mei
condition in a match like this
10.000.
where we're
Autocorrect
expecting so much of
anjay.
this.
Maksudnya baiklah Woki mantap.
kenapa sih lagian punya HP di nyalain autocorrectnya? Kalian nih.
Caught by Mindfreak. I mean, Mindfreak only has the sheriff. Plenty of shots. Rattled away. Narrowly missing the heads here. Snake
Oke,
might drop
oke.
down, vulnerable.
Oke, Ron, udah nice, udah nice.
Out into his hand. Doesn't know which direction.
Weh, weh, weh.
Oh, nice try,
Double
bro.
face. Cleaned up
Awas,
though
awas,
here
Pai,
by
awas, Pai.
Mindfreak.
Oke, Pai, mantap, Pai. Mantap, Pai. Pai,
Bisa
Pai.
ngedodge gitu ya?
Beautiful
Ah,
business.
Oh,
it's okay, Pai, 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 aman, Pai.
No real chances for Loud. It looks like to really win this round, but a good chance to highlight.
Anjing, masih dapat satu,
Really how
Cok.
important winning that pistol round, and this follow-up as well is for them. I mean, PaperX and Loud with these comps, very ult generation heavy. They want to try and get these ultimates online. Their
Jadi kata
attack sites
bener
are
ya?
going to go for these
Iya,
big exits
pokoknya
with them.
jadi bener.
They got
Ini
util,
salah.
they want to dump it into these sites alongside the ultimates.
Yeah, and I think
Love you mean it.
Labib
you mean
donat
it.
Mei 10.000. Ini pakai laptop anjay.
Apaan sih emang laptop ada autocorrect? Laptop macam apa ada autocorrect emang ada? Ada aja, Cok.
It is truly a bizarre situation we find ourselves in. Very different from Meta's past when these two teams clashed. But they have been here through thick and thin and through all the metas in Valorant.
Don't get me wrong, I mean, PaperX have never been standard, even on Ascent.
That's very true.
Playing their
Ngetik
Reina
word
hard.
They're not
anjing.
standard on any of the three maps we have
Exactly.
today.
Who knows which direction it's going to go into.
Giliran battle PaperX jago. Ah,
That
sial.
was him taking a peek and a
Aduh.
one there.
Cok,
Ding,
sini
ding,
lagi
ding.
jago gini, Cok.
Punished for it.
Aman,
Aduh,
ding.
Clean
ada
off
bos,
flash.
Cok, ada bos.
Aduh.
Kenapa?
Players
Oke,
away,
bos
but
kelihatan.
that's
Bye,
the
bye.
PaperX making sure that they clean up those
Suara
mistakes.
donat
Now
kencang nggak bisa
smoke's dropped
dikecilin, kalau
down.
dikecilin nggak ada
More
suaranya.
exploration
Gue
into mid.
capek udah ngurusin donat.
Stinger, so if it's taken care of.
Gak apa-apa kok donat gue jarang-jarang, tenang aja.
Cleared his corner. The peak angle, Sadak might just be able to react in time.
Ayo Son, ayo Son.
Just holding for it 2 years.
Aduh.
Anticipating some sort of reaction there. Something now. He's in a forward
Okay,
close
Ding.
position. Lucky to be alive there with the util out into his hands. But finally with the paranoid sent flying. Follow through.
Okay,
Woi,
bye.
nice banget, Davai.
The appropriate angles and avenues of the plant down 2 versus 2.
Menang ya PaperX juara.
PaperX are going to be
Baru
able to
dua orang
put a
nih.
lot of
Apaan
time
sih
on
dari
the
tadi
clock
kerjanya
here.
chattingan, tiba-tiba PaperX juara.
Smoke flash around the corner, but it's an empty site. Fully
Phoenix.
evacuated. Wall up. This is cheeky. Divine now has to get a
Wih,
move
gila,
off,
Davai
pushing
sih,
forwards.
gila sih.
QCK half on the board,
Aduh.
finds the first kill. 1 versus 1. Can he win it? To Gamble.
Aduh.
Oh,
Aduh.
time just to
Baby, kenapa sih?
Aduh.
Sorry.
Aduh.
Now that is going to obliterate the
Gila,
line.
Wolf ini lama banget dah.
Phoenix loh, bayang no tuh.
Able to find the 1v2 there. Didn't
Phoenix sih Agent 2021 coy.
he comes off it just at the perfect time to be able to grab that one. But like I said, it's a
Ki
bit of a
Agent 2021 coy.
So despite the fact they get on the board, PaperX achieve their goals.
It's okay.
Operate to come online for something.
He loves to pull it out.
He's the strangest
Gila,
Gecko
lama
player
banget
you
ya.
will ever watch. Do
Apa
not
Wolf
study
ini?
his VODs if you're trying to learn Gecko in your ranked games.
Enggak ya?
Some old Kang footage.
Anjing, tapi lama banget, Cok, kalau bisa anjing.
They really do love to opt into it.
Masih
He's
bisa
also got a vendetta
udah
against Dizzy. He
close
tosses
step.
him away and
Ayo
doesn't
ding, ayo ding. Cetek ding.
Selalu dah. Pas lagi nonton ada aja yang chat.
Defeat and doom here. There's a judge.
Ayo ding.
To the corner, Sadak. Real specialist with that.
Wah,
regard.
ulti jokes.
Flash forwards. Once they
Anjing. Oke,
straight shots
aman.
right through.
Iya.
No kill.
Monster on
The
loose.
damage being done. Monyet now fast onto the approach here.
Monyet.
They have taken
Monyet.
Di atas kan itu si QCK.
back in. Now QCK has a rifle and he's watching for this.
Oke, nice.
Swings, yeah, just holding for
Oke Ron, nice Ron.
Oh, itu.
that one. The ball is being called.
Oke, bye, aman, bye.
This is nuance being added into
Ente, bye.
Gila, kapan lagi lu lihat PaperX masuk bom set yang nggak berantakan?
Iya, anjir. PaperX habis dikasih tau apa sama Alex.
Segibungnya lu.
Kita.
You might see some knife action
Oh, here
swinging
we
around.
go.
We won't make the London reference
Oh,
again.
no.
Nggak mau dibunuh sama Cahya. Aaron
I
ngentot.
mean, it wasn't even
Punya gua.
Knives to be coming out for PaperX in round 4. Yeah, this is going to
Ki.
tick all the boxes.
Kok malah Raiso nge-trap, mentot.
Massively, I think, to their mentality coming into this. I mean, Alex did a fantastic interview.
Udah
Really going into
udah gila.
the mentality of PaperX as a team.
Nice,
They were
Cah.
saying they'd be happy if they just got one win at this
Anjing,
event.
Aaron nggak
Nice
sengaja.
run.
Treating it as almost like just a practice boot camp.
Nice spy.
Nggak mau buat break
Playoffs,
lagi.
they're playing with house money.
Nice on.
You might not think that's much, honestly, if you're listening to that as a viewer at home, but I tell you now, there is no team
Nice
more dangerous
thing.
than a team with nothing to lose.
Rame kan ya bro?
And a team that's readjusted their expectations.
Rame.
Bi, kamu mau belajar lagi ya, Pak?
Ya, halo guys.
Musuhnya yang
Sorry ya,
gitu, ya.
sumpah. Gue lagi ngurusin gaji gua soalnya.
Eh.
Sumpah.
Aku tak cukup aja.
Duit gua penting juga
Nah,
soalnya.
bener tuh, tuh. Enek kok.
Mati tuh.
Many A.
Gila Cahya. Saya suka melihat Cahya bergerak.
Nice Cah.
Ace.
Player left standing.
Oh,
Seorang Cahya udah nggak lari-lari
You
nih.
say you can hear the crowd.
Ini baru. Emang harus plak. Baru. Udah bilang ini Paper X kalau bisa mainnya kayak Genji atau Sentinel mah pusing pala lu. 5-5-nya individual dan tembakannya gila gini.
Ya lu
Deket banget sama pipi gue takut anjing.
ngajar nih boleh 5 tahun anjir.
Nih guys, jadi sebenarnya di hubungan gue tuh ada penganiayaan ya. Makanya kenapa gue
Wesa anjir aku nonton Paper X.
sering dianiaya sebenarnya. Ya kan, Bi?
Iya, baiklah.
Bener gak ngomong gak?
Kayak lu.
Gue capek-capek ngomong kok.
Baiklah.
Turun semuanya.
T.
Absolutely ruins this defense. The small adjustments that they make are lovely.
Lu udah gak denger aku ngomong apa?
They have, yeah.
I'm completely sure that Alex
Nggak dengar tadi.
Sama
when he
sekali.
says that when they came into this, they were only looking for one win.
Gue coba bilang guys dalam hubungan gua udah itu dah.
Udah, habis itu ceritanya kencang tuh gak denger gue. Gue bilang dalam hubungan kita tuh gue sering dianiaya, makanya kita gak nikah-nikah.
Same interview that you referenced.
Terus tuh bilang iya.
Alex, the coach, said we have problems.
Pala lu aniaya.
Time too much to do.
Mana ada sekarang gua nanya guys, mana
Ya
ada?
udah lewat.
My opinion, rather than good gameplay and good Valorant.
Udah terlambat, semua orang udah tahu lu
Aku
aniaya.
nanti
Some of that incredible individual
Seperti biasa.
Yang percaya gua aniaya lu orang gila.
Channelmu.
and they get into a match like this.
Neng, neng channel langsung tuh Mei.
Cok, bentar lagi
Oh,
bagus
iya,
mantap
Win
gitu.
on any of the three
Nah,
matches
cowok
they have
dikit-dikit.
Oh, ini Meiji
And it's
bisa
so
di
difficult
Severin.
to predict because they
Emang
put
ya, Nek
themselves
Severin.
in meta style.
Severin males anjing.
These teams gonna be practicing.
Severin enak aja.
Emang iya, guys.
Apa nonton Severin ini?
Aku ndelok neng Frost Misty.
Lu bayangin, gue udah sebelahan. Dia masih gak denger.
16, 15. Tak cepetnya deh.
Meiji.
Lebih gitu. Kadang tak ganti Severin loh.
Mana ada sebut jangan kan?
Wes.
Tadi
Baik
deh,
lah.
nggak ada udah. Pembodohan publik anjing.
Cepetnya. Dua kali.
Oh. Di foto kan 37, 36.
Is that they're very
Terus no, cepet no, gung wi.
Iya sih, gak kode sih.
see the angle that Kawanzin is currently
2
playing.
kali.
Dua kali nen.
Judge Kawanzin playing market aggressively.
Cok, mana ada orang ngurusin gaji sampai jam 1 malam anjing.
Finding those timings.
21, 20,
Yang ngecek juga gak tahu diri
19,
kadang.
18.
Jamnya malam.
Yo, ayo.
Okay.
Especially if they're hitting
Udah dari
timing
kemarin
shots
nih.
like that.
Just off the cue of the flash. Two players are left stacked now. Cat is being watched. You can see something. He's got his eye on it. Anticipating that there
Laut
might be
ini
another
kenapa
reflex
miskin
in a
terus
minute.
ya? Gue baru lihat anjing
Mark
duitnya.
here for the round. Definitely time to play.
Tulisnya sampai full eco anjing, lu bayangin, Cok.
There's some level of danger.
Ayo run, ayo run, cedek run, cedek run.
Mindfreak is way ahead of the pack, so I don't
Hunting
think
run.
he's trading.
Ah.
And he isn't, so Sadek's still stuck here. Might have to use util. They drop down as well. This guy is now a nuisance. Thorn in their side. He's buying them time.
Mati dong.
Molly.
Force him out wide into
Yang
the
the molly,
still
Ci.
alive, by the way.
Monyet, he walked
Oke,
in.
monyet, nice, nyet.
Monyet ngapain? Malah ganti lading loh, cuk, males loh.
Yuraro.
But Monyet
Lu
looked
dia
into
ngerasa
it.
di lading,
Now he's
Zing.
looking into his D-name. So
Jadi pencetan lading kayaknya.
Gila headshot
Lo,
anjing.
gege.
Gimana cara Sadok keluar dari situ coba?
that doesn't play spread around the map, that needs to group up and fight and peek for info. Paper Rex are finding those lurk timings real nicely.
Oke, Cawanjin.
Kasian banget anjing.
Cawanjin.
Dia ngeliat kucing udah amat.
Kiko.
Cuma digaji sama dia, Cok.
Wah, teguh rene opo-opo loh anjir.
Boh, gila keluar smoke.
Dipadane sih. Wih.
Anjir,
Run. Allahu Akbar.
Ngentot rene opo-opo. Wih.
Run. Allahu Akbar, run.
Ini yang main AWP.
Allahu Akbar.
Lawan apa dia kemarin yang main Jason ya?
Aduh, Ron.
Sebelum lawan Genji, Paper X lawan apa?
Spoiler aing.
HC gitu?
Lah.
Masih inget gua?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wes.
fast though. A
Lawan
lot of util now being
Katanya
dumped
opo-opo
straight
panik
into
dewe.
main.
KWP dia.
Instant response though, so keep an
Oke,
eye
oke, cah. Awas, cah, awas, cah.
Utility being used there by Loud because every other team would cancel after they get
Yo,
full 5
ayo.
person hit by the KO knife, but not Paper X.
Ayo
They will still try to apply pressure.
Game map pertama kok iso Essen ya? Essen ini biasanya map telu loh.
Forced to use more utility than
Map telu biasanya sunset anjir.
Sunset map pertama anjir.
certainly thinking about it, wasn't he?
Gue sih.
Almost expecting it now, and a
Yo,
call's been made.
Hello,
gitu lah ngepick mapnya.
Possibly some util to set this one up with the Prowler.
Carving
Going to be
card.
aware.
Wih,
Aduh,
wes, mulai.
Mau banget.
It's on Mind Freak or something to try to find timings.
Ayo, Ron. Aduh.
Makes everything way more difficult. What great shots.
Karena anjir.
Let's see if this gets work here.
Ting. Alah, ting nyapa ngono ting.
Essentially alone in this spot. They've doubled up through main. Now he's grabbed, he does find that angle and fight. So 1v3 looks just less and less likely.
Wih anjing itu kalau
Anjir, gue cara kena.
Do not hatch the dragon egg at the start.
Bila
It takes
iklan.
8,000 gold to hatch a dragon egg. You'll go bust. If you really
The Paper X are playing pretty heavy from mid.
kan maksudnya kalau ngeliat kawan di ini, kalau ngeliat kayak si Sadak,
Si grafik
kayak si Les, kelihatan kayak udah pernah juara champion.
layarnya sampai
Lu saat ini jongkok
itu anjir. Tuh gua taruh ya.
kayak anak baru kemarin sore pergi internasional tuh.
Itu siapa aja sih kita Les, Sadak, Sachi, Pankada, Doli siapa? Aspas. Bukan Aspas. Bukan lagi anjir.
Ayo.
Loves to pull it out. Big gold's now being earned and built up here for Loud as well. Plenty in the war chest.
Ayo, bye.
Main control. Heavy priority here for Loud because they know how close Paper X are to a few of these big ultimates.
Wih.
Jangan lupa lagi.
Wih.
Babi luron.
That's a nice one, Juicy K.
Anjir.
Catches that one. Mind Freak usually can be the lurking player.
Di OPC.
Kalau 25 skor lu ngepet sih lu keterlaluan kan.
Ngono terus anjir.
Ada aja lu.
Biar kecek.
Kalau round lu masih salah paham round 4 gua close
Oke,
break masih
oke
lah.
Son. Nice Son. Oke Son.
Kayak spek gitu.
Cakep banget Jason.
Silent jumps.
Oke Son.
Forsaken knows that he's backed away from the angle. He's waiting for time, honestly, making
Wih,
a lot of
tempe.
noise on both sides of the map. There's a thrash. And Munyet just making it feel like
Oke, Gecko. Awas
towards
molly.
any
Wah,
direction. Juicy K.
full molly coy bae.
Forwards to just
Angel sih mabune.
Phoenix bae molly-ne oke. Berfungsi bae.
Iya mati cok
Forsaken lurking through mid court though. And now Monyet
Wih,
becomes the other
ayo nyet.
lurker.
Gitu.
Aduh nyet.
duel at 2 years.
Bajingan.
Tuh, per second.
No gaps here into the play. Judge right in his
Der.
operator as well.
Ngarepe.
Pokoknya juga anjing. Ada anjing emang.
Wah, wes iki mulai.
Siapa kayo bawa jas?
None of them actually
Bukti juga
found any
pernah.
success. Alex is
Salah
calling a
sih,
timeout here and might want to readjust the game plan to have less of the lurk plays going on.
Emang ada tulisan
Look,
ya Allah.
Forsaken's got a chance of making something happen.
Langsung
I don't
headshot,
think
Cok.
once he knows that
Kayak
he's
sing gak
around.
kurunami yo.
If Monyet is able to win the duel
Depan
against
congor di AWP
these
bro.
lurkers are finding
Minimalis elegan mari.
their duels, it looks stupid. It looks like
Masih
they were just
tuku. Soalnya di emang pas aku main
Paper X's style. If they win that
enek
fight,
wong sing
suddenly
gak
there's
kurunami tak
a gap in
maling
the
tuh. Aku
defense,
langsung kill
and
papa
Paper
di
X are
UW
very
anjir.
opportunistic. They do tend to exploit those fairly well.
Suke.
Kayak enteng loh, enteng sih emang.
53 sih sebenarnya. Ini ikon ya harusnya.
Kristen sih.
Gila Jason mukanya minyakan banget cok.
Kinclongan.
Sangat berminyak.
The team that are eager to try and take that battle again against Sentinels, who have just been knocked down into the lowers.
Yeah.
So winning this matchup will guarantee that rematch. And
For the
you
fourth
know,
time.
Kalau
this
Paper
Sekarang
X ya
ganti
pulang
iso
bro.
anjir.
eager for it. They've been shut down, put down.
Bi kamu lagi
Most
live.
recent 2 attempts.
Aku lagi mikir.
It was a very close
Iya,
series the
kalau
last time
misalnya
those two team played. So
kayaknya
they're going to be looking to try and pave that way to redemption.
Apa karena
The revenge
gara-gara
maybe on the cards too.
Both of
Dua
these
orang
squads had to
sebelumnya
retool in the
ngapain
offseason after losing a
Gue
superstar player.
lagi
You
mikirin
lost
lagi,
Aspas for
kayak
Loud, you lost Jing for
kalau
Paper X.
misalnya
Alex was talking about how
di posisi
difficult it's
nggak
been
main Sentinel,
readjusting to life
bikin
post
condition ini
Jing.
gimana caranya? Tadi lagi mikir.
Loud were on
Kenapa bisa
close to the
dia
grindstone
ngambil
immediately. Started in
AWP ke B
October,
terus dia pede gitu loh.
about a
Makanya
month break after champs.
banyak kan dari tadi soalnya harusnya si Jason main di B terus sama sih.
This new style.
Harusnya AWP nggak guna.
this is what they've settled on.
Aduh.
Odet siapa?
Aduh.
Sering lah, sama.
Aduh.
Ya Allah,
Gua coret lo deh.
Tau gak itu PS-nya siapa? PS-nya Fancy United.
Emang ya?
Dia anjing. Nih lihat wallnya sama.
Aduh.
Wallnya Fancy sama nih. Coba bedanya. Kalau ini omennya tele. Kalau Fancy omennya tele. Terus nge-flash. Terus di-flash lagi Om Phoenix. Cok, sumpah kayak lawan Fancy anjing. Nih.
Ini omennya nggak dari dia.
Iya, bedanya itu doang. Itu Fancy United kayak gini nih VS-nya nih. Oke, kalau itu berarti FU.
Mange Acil.
Oh, bukan PS.
Fancy.
Lihat sama tato. Kamu mau bayarin
Cik boleh ngilang.
Boleh.
Apparently. China gets wild with those.
Ini last buy nih.
Strange economical purchases still.
Ya lele. Aduh. Oke. Nice team. Ya awas cedek anjir dong colot Cik. Monyet ya try
Gua akuin
better.
nyali lu gede anjing.
Kok iso?
Pegang pisau, Cok. Tutup pintu lompat-lompat
Colot Cik.
Kecolongan Cik Uri ini.
Oke, nice on. Wih, kobong.
Tim yang hobi nggak pakai sentinel. Ini dua-duanya.
Wah.
Gak usah lah ngepick
Oke,
anjir.
aduh.
Udah kali.
Ngono lho, mesti ngono. Garek titik, ngenteni wonge garek titik baru meneng.
Lah yo.
Loh, isik lho. Nyet.
Kontil.
Ngono ku lho. Kayak karena adu mekanik lho Mbak nih. Lek
terus ngono lho.
Lek adu mekanik ra marem.
Mari wis misalnya wis ndok set ngono lho. Terus mari ngono sprinting, barek hold golek info wis ngono tok.
Bagus nadanya ya.
Tapi kalau DM mesti kayak sing marani ngono lho anjir. Musuh barek loro diparani anjir. Doe persis kayak aku kope iki.
Emang we gaming.
Garek loro langsung aja ini punya aku.
Aku mau.
Langsung ngono kabeh anjir.
That's going to be onto Forsaken, so the goal of that really to try and
Halo, Lau.
cut away the sound cue.
Ini nggak kena sama sekali loh.
Diterabas loh.
Boxer.
Managed to win his one at least through the main
Gila.
angle. Also now with that showstopper, once he
Oke.
sent it and let it rip.
Ayo dar, nice. Rado.
Kiri woi.
Aduh.
Beautiful by 2 years.
Cowok apa anjir?
Really just expecting that reposition.
Langsung one way tuh, sumpah.
Catching the tempo and the
Bener nggak tuh
timings
one way?
here. Walking
Wih.
right into it, but misses the opportunity. 2 years. Jump spots, gets a bit of additional.
Wih, ngawut.
Kena ya. Oh,
Kalau
enggak.
ikonnya songwangari bangunan. Wingman.
Mantap, pisaunya bagus. Saya suka.
Wih, awas tuh maju please.
Gak usah ngopi.
Bisa.
Iya kan.
QCK's on the flank.
Memang nih agak lain.
Away though. Still was holding the shift key this entire time.
Diinin ke bawah ya.
South 2 wise, QCK's already there. Justin, did he see anything?
Kelihatan tuh di hal.
Not too sure. Corby made jumping down. There it is. Kill found.
Very competitive half that we've had so far here. PaperX have found some opportunities to burst into the site.
Gila loh, tadi Jason person mulai nih.
Lo rencanamu dulu kurang 15.
Ulti free time
Bella.
Icet.
Ya sampai sahur tuh nanggungnya loh.
Dia nggak dapet cewek, cuma dapet satu juga nggak masuk.
Main Valo kayak sorry mah.
Konyol.
Dengan Danny Pepper ramai-ramai.
Tapi bener-bener nggak ketarik satu pun. Yang satu tetap pantek short. Sadapnya tetap jaga dari short juga. Dicuekin A-nya.
Apa ya, Pak? Gara-gara terlalu obvious juga.
Heavy stack of Loud as well. They can play over towards A because Les has got the pit down. not being contested. He was assisted with an early fault line of counter.
Belum sama masih, nggak ada duit anjing.
You would be a little cautious in this situation for some pop flashes through the smoke or this kind of thing, but
Anjing, ngerti. Saya senengane monyet nih kono, babi lah.
Ya Allah, Jason mati, Cok.
Boleh ya? Ya Allah. Coming up with really any of the appropriate answers. Double smokes out to try and get themselves into position, but it's being spammed with the right for at work.
Nice. Nice.
Lolos terus aja. Spam piro aja.
Kalau ini si PaperX menang map ini nih, harusnya Sunsetnya menang.
Dia agent Sunsetnya sama kayak agent ini lah.
Spam piro aja.
Oh, nggak ada duelis dia ya?
Bener aja.
Sage dia pakai Sage.
Siapa PaperX? Ini si lo agent Sunsetnya ini sama. Iya kan ya, race. Enggak bener Phoenix.
Phoenix Omen, terus Omen, Cawan Sin, main bridge, sofa, pakai sofa sadap.
Mas talvez eles tiveram mais momentos dentro do jogo, conseguiram otimizar esses momentos e ganhar rounds chaves que quebrava a economia ou faziam um snowball de ult e aí o jogo foi a derrota é muito ruim, acabou pra mostrar ainda sem muitas delongas. Talvez isso não importa, perder independente de round, perder por um round ou por 14 é a mesma coisa, derrota do mesmo jeito.
Looking more likely. Finally fades away and he's back into it. Here it is. The follow-up.
Kalau juara 3 maju ke rumah, Cok pulang anjing. Mana ya nih maju-maju.
Eu não vim pra substituir ninguém, eu só sou um novo jogador do time. O time se tornou um time novo, com novas formas de jogar, novas composições. Acredito que tô me saindo bem. Não sei se é confiança a palavra, mas
Swimen nih ki HV.
já lidaram com essas frustrações antes. Então, a gente vai lidar da melhor forma possível. A gente já venceu times com esse estilo de jogo, então
saat pertama kali mulai, saya melihat PaperX yang sangat disiplin gitu ya.
Just really interesting insight into QCK and his ideas. You know, he's coming into this team.
Selanjutnya di round selanjutnya setelah ditonton Ucil langsung kembali ke PaperX yang normal.
He has to fill those shoes, but no, he's talking about how they've reinvented the team kind of around him, this new style that they've come forwards with, and there's parity there between them and PaperX. PaperX have had to do the exact same thing, missing Jing, one of their best players.
But I feel like Monya is filling in Jing's shoes a little more. They haven't adjusted that style yet, and that's probably one of the things that had the confidence knocked for PaperX, is that they haven't really figured out what the new team identity is. The deeper they go in this tournament, the more they'll be learning about themselves. 6-6 at the half. Both QCK and Monya playing well individually so far. But Loud's composition is devastatingly effective when it comes to site executes. So I'd expect PaperX to be doing their classic style of trying to disrupt things before.
Gila pisau MN aja ada line up di.
Ada.
Iya.
Aku juga punya.
MN atas loh, atas MN.
Interesting that PaperX have gone for a defensive
Ini kan?
that allows them to, you know, contest mid as well.
Iya, itu bisa fanatik.
Bisa fanatik bukannya kena wine.
Not that presence.
Punya apa
Now
namanya
opted
tadi?
to just contact into side, free side. It seems to be a bit of a read. Look at them, they're just fast on the approach. Maybe just hearing those sound cues out towards tree, but it closed the door in their faces. A bit of stray damage. Sadak is going to be safe though. Safe and sound, able to get that plant down.
They need reinforcements quickly.
Emang ini kena wine nggak sih guys?
To flood defend. Kawansin Noless is still really far away.
Pause in the play, a bit of a break in the timing, at least taken one yet. Still with that nade now. Does he choose to use it? Frank. First wave of it being used out.
Gimana retake coba?
Here it sends it. Paranoia go flying, along with the Dizzy, swarming into the side. Yeah, 3 players in the hell, anything to clear this one. Might have to It's a beautiful smoke. 2 users using it to just divide up this side as well. It's making it more than difficult, damn difficult.
Ayo.
5 on the defuse, might make a difference. PaperX, mind free, go.
Oke. Anjing. Anjing Ron.
Something running.
Wah, GG Aaron. Wah, Aaron GG.
Plenty of time available to them. Beautiful flawless with the execution of that one.
Klasik Paperex kanan. Kena aku dari main kena ya.
Nice run.
Kena bi katanya.
Very clear game plan.
Main kan? Iya, itu pesannya fanatik.
Look at that thing. It shoots different.
Sale numbers up.
Oh,
Gini top G coy.
beli klasik favorit guys. Right click Anda akan seperti main free.
Dinosaur, don't know, don't care. Go cool.
Looks cool.
Yeah, that's a nasty round from Mindfreak.
Main HP juga.
Nothing more to it really, is there? Loud had a game plan. It got dismantled by some right clicks from the classic.
Kamu tadi kan habis ngambil makan, HP aku mana?
So again, PaperX being able to win the pistol round.
Gila, Arun mode BU.
Didn't really get much else in their prior game.
Ting 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 ting. Ayo ting 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 ting. Wah, kena mantep ya. Oke.
Jebler enak lu.
Ayo. Dar, wih, anjir mantep cok. Wah GG, fix. Mantap.
Overconfident.
Naro.
Habis bunuh 3 di.
Nggak bisa dia, wih.
Oke, Pai.
So an important beginning really for PaperX. I mean, again, we talk about these comps. We expect it to be attack-sided.
Wih, dia anjing itu.
Generating these ults. It's a clear game plan for both of these teams. PaperX winning this pistol and the follow-up eco. You know, relatively clear.
Sebenarnya rondo beli Jets tuh cengli banget tau. Seriusan? Karena round 3-nya mostly lu satu hit orang juga namanya.
Tapi lo kan
Harus nebak bom saya tapi.
Iya, kalau yang
Part of it was a double Odin buy, which we might see later on in the half, so keep your eyes open for that. And the other part was playing disruptively before allowing into XX. I think this is a perfect round to go for that more aggressive, disruptive defense.
Condition itu.
It's a lot of util, isn't it?
It's a lot of util, but it's all a fake. It's to make you feel like they're fighting over A. And PaperX already out there, looking to try to catch a reposition elsewhere on the map. Loud just decided to
bonus sih GG sih.
a serious gamble, but they have called the bluff of PaperX perfectly. What a read!
Ayo. Anjir, nge-work loh.
Almost getting spat down, losing his life, but here we are.
Anjing.
Of a close plan situation. Loud will be getting this plan
Dua
down.
judge.
Real pushback.
Geng.
Don't put 3 in hell again now.
No,
Tinggi.
probably not playing up close though. QCK off the smoke. He laid down. Looking away. Now, PaperX did use a lot of that util just in the beginning of that round, so I don't know.
Awas ya Allah.
It's not too ideal either, but Dizzy does the work. 3
Oh,
reveals.
YOLO.
In their faces now.
Nggak berani,
Still
nggak
trying to
jadi.
Judge.
pushing them back as well. There's
Ayo, Lia.
spam and spraying.
Wah, gelo. Aduh. Oke, aduh.
Yang tetap susah sih anjing itu sumpah.
Destroyed in the process. Man's there, ready to try and pick up the pieces of this fight.
Iya, nice try, Cok.
Tai dia pinter loh anjing nembaknya di atas tai.
Oh, elek besok.
Iya anjing.
Somethingnya mati tapi
Enggak, nembak
kamu
mungkin ya.
sendiri wingman cek. Cek
Tuh yang
diffuse
nembak
berarti.
atasnya ngerti ya?
Diffuse gak maksudnya? Berarti gak.
Si Twisnya nembak atasnya jadi
Bedanya diffuse.
Tetap diffuse ya berarti meskipun
Hei, santai. Udah ketarik dikit tuh.
Tangannya udah, Pak.
Triggernya udah lupa anjing.
Tangannya udah, Pak. Gak apa-apa, Lek. Santai, Lek.
Chat anjir monyet tolong.
Wah.
Mampus.
Gelo
Gigi.
gigi.
Anjing, lu apa? Nunggu hajatan, hah? Laut.
Monyet gak usah
Kok kayak jet, Cok.
maju anjir.
Maju lah.
Kayaknya kamu
Maju lah.
Timbur anjir.
Hoping to catch a player that might have just repositioned there.
What I love about something is
Udah
Siapa
kamu
yang-
di swingman. Iya, kemarin kan kamu nggak tahu kan? Laut
Oh,
di
yang-
swingman.
Yang bowlingnya Viper ya?
Kita
On
anjir.
the keyboard. Pulls out the knife just to run away. He does it better than anybody.
Menurut aku dia pasti dicek sih.
Itu fresh gak ketahuan sih ngayur sih.
Ayo, anjir.
Oke lah.
Oke lah.
Kena.
Satu doang.
Kalau bunyinya itu kena.
Fire map control here for Loud.
Yeah, they've stacked everything in a fight over towards A main.
Ah,
They're losing
udah
it.
jaganya
PaperX
race sama Viper.
to collect.
Aron punya molly tuh. Aduh, Aron nggak punya molly. Jangan, Cok.
Despite less, trying to use this to
Wih.
Maksud apa tuh? Kok bisa kena?
Nyaris tuh emang.
Jokes. Ayo, aduh. Oke, nice. Terus aman.
Nice, itu dia, Cok. Time break mode BU is coming to town ya, guys ya. Kamu tau kan yang mode BU itu? Kenapa dia ngomong kayak gitu ya? Aku bingung deh.
Mode BU itu berarti mainnya niat.
Iya, kenapa dia ngomong kayak gitu? Lucu.
Before they can even start to take a main control, something's already run out and got a pick at the very beginning of the round. On their duelist player who hasn't
Perasaan gempa gak?
Untuk main poker. Oh, buat main poker.
Clear win con, and you know, funnily enough,
Oh, kamu udah gak pernah main
reminds me of
poker
what
di
Paper
luar
played against Gen G in the regional finals, and Gen G
orangnya-
absolutely counter-stratted the ever-loving
Kemarin pas
sugar
zaman
round.
GoPro kalian nggak ada
And they
poker
were
gitu?
going for the heavy extremity control because the comms operated very
Kemarin pas
similar
zaman GoPro
manners to disrupting that tempo.
Tai.
Jadinya gopur makanya.
GoPro emang insap, keluar gocap juga.
Ya maksudnya tapi kan maksudnya lebih ke gamenya. Kalau kemarin kita jadi poker mulu gitu kayak orang gila atau enggak? Online sampai di Discord tadi pokerin anjing.
Di, speakernya habis baterai ya?
Sepertinya iya.
Casannya apa type C? Colok aja.
Tolong gak punya buku.
Gacor.
Memang kerasa enak lindu gak?
Kapan?
Macam.
Gak ada suaranya ya? Sabar. Abis baterai speakernya.
Sore aku mau kerasa.
Ayo,
Taruh
jam
bawah aja.
4-an.
Pas streaming coy, sumpah terang hapus ya. Pas streaming wi.
Anjir, goyak sih.
Well, they know where he's positioned at the moment, and that's why you
Udah
should
kan?
expect the op to play.
Maaf ya.
Many flashes to try to push him off the line.
Bikin terbang pisau Purnami
Trying to
real.
defend the line as well. Bit of Odin spam and spray through. Jumping spot.
Woi,
You do not survive that
Di sini
apparently.
nonton nih udah
It's a nice
nih.
attempt and a nice clear run.
Jing,
They're trying to swing
something.
positions. They're getting absolutely pounded with artillery. Lesto,
Di something barusan jauh banget tuh.
1 HP man, 1 HP. Maybe more than a dream. He's managed to bring
Gila,
this to
satu
a
HP,
dream.
Cok.
He doesn't have the spike though. That was dropped
Tapi anjir.
earlier.
Ya kali, Jing.
Udah tahu gak sih dua-duanya
Lo
loh?
kabeh lagi.
Kasih info dong.
With a classic in hand. Twos.
Ya.
Tidurku.
Just holds it up there and he just sees him crouched.
Ya.
Ronaldo, not too sure
Ya masa kalah, Cok?
here, but yeah, it's on the other side of the map.
And he's thinking, how on earth have my team lost this?
Ih, mereka gak merhatiin top ya.
Shot, less. Of course, being a difference maker. Now they don't know where Monya is.
Ya.
And Paper X are the kind of team to over-rotate a little. On
Cah, ayo
his
Cah.
so they
Inilah
use
waktunya kamu untuk farming. Namamu kembali.
because if they were just on B, surely they would have got the plant down.
Incredibly winnable. How low these two players are for Monya.
He could kill them both with one nade.
Exactly. The nade, and not just that, went away from the showstopper where he really wanted to try and see
Niko loh.
Lo kabeh.
Kalau menang 50 anjing.
a lot to clear here, but maybe gifted yet. Bit of that information. Pulls out the rifle, expecting the re-swing.
Ngecah.
Both the players are towards the back of
Buat
the
lu,
site.
Cah.
Granatnya lah anjir.
Out. Thinks twice against it, thinks second against it. Boom
Granatnya.
forwards. That's gonna have to be broken. Nade rebounds out
Whoa.
wide. Now he's just firing. Here's the rocket. Talked about it earlier. Pre-fires in the corner, but he guesses incorrectly. And now he's left wondering which way is 2 years. How did he reposition? Time ticking.
Fix it,
Shortly
Joe.
getting away from him. He thinks he's behind.
Piye tuh,
the
Cah?
boxes.
Piye tuh, Cah?
He's got behind.
Anjing cahaya.
Anjing, ngapain sih?
Bingung aku.
Dia salah.
Malah dulu info anjir. Gak, masalahnya gak ini loh, masalahnya kan kenapa gak cek statistik loh.
Ngentot deh, gue liat tuh. Ini juga aneh, tapi kesini.
Tok saya
Ini orang ada aja loh. Ultinya ke sana, Cok.
Enggak, itu ping teammate-nya salah anjing.
anjir, dada
Teammate-nya
bro.
ping juga. Siapa ping ya, saya penasaran.
Alexnya terdiam.
Terdiam anjir lagi.
Speechless sayang.
Yeah.
Wes mulai.
Either inspired by Marcus Aurelius or Sigma males. Yeah. Very
3 tuh.
similar, actually, very similar.
Udah ketahuan.
Back info
So
chop.
Loud now in a great position, right?
Ditolong
Having
gitu
won
kan.
that round, it just turns the whole of Ascent, at least this round, on its head. Their economy is now flourishing, right? They're going to be
Sabar
in a
guys,
position
jangan marah-marah
where
guys.
they've got a good
Back,
economic bank to work with.
info happens
And they're
sometimes.
also coming into this round with a huge
Main sama
rifle
dong.
advantage.
Iko cok.
Starting to get up to big ults.
Biasanya kalau bisa
This
bunuh
is
satu
without
survive ceng gitu.
attack side comp. Looks so scary.
Masih baru.
That's when they start to come alive. This spot here, it's how pivotal that last round was for PaperX to end up winning it out. The weak goodbye for Forsaken.
Ayolah, please lah, please.
Kena.
Tolong menang, ya Allah. Ayo. Ayo. Nah. Ah.
Oke.
Doing quite well in that position there, but
Oke lah.
even here, 4 versus 4, but he has more time for the fast rotate.
Ayolah.
Bisa semua mereka.
On-site post plants.
Ada
stun.
util kan,
If
ada
Loud are able to
util.
get this, PaperX can make it extremely expensive. Just
Ada
by
flash
holding
2
B
masih
main and
quick ya.
defense spawn.
Cleared out now.
Ini harus gobik nih ini.
Smoke propped up,
Wah, nyawang dur, Cik.
firing up to the
Semua
sky.
arahnya ya.
Expecting
Mulut mulu.
Dizzy.
Komen mulu anjing. Suka gue.
Zindo now defaulting over towards the foul line, using that util to try and delay, but you are right, this could get pricey.
Habis susah.
Anjing ultine ulti. Utile wis metu kabeh.
Protocols, and now this
Aduh,
Loud
aduh.
spiral their way through this one. They are being
Aduh.
penned in here with the gun, should be
Anjing.
nice sort of movement there from Divide, but shut down there. 2 players survived from Loud, 9-9, even scoreline.
And Loud keep enough players alive that they do still have that cushion to work with. Tuis can drop Sadak and they've got a good
Susah
buy
emang
with some
PaperX
spec
ini.
cash to float around.
Nah, armor bi anjir.
It's Loud's ults that now become an issue for PaperX. The more you let them get set
Jason
up
kayaknya lumayan
to
struggle
go
ya.
for example, the Rolling Thunder, the more difficult it's going to be. I'm looking at the minimap and PaperX look poised to go for some serious A-main aggression.
That puts the pressure on Mindfreak, doesn't it?
Yeah, because as soon as Sadak calls that, they're going to be running into the pit.
Pemain lot ada yang gay. Masa?
Down, knife, spam into the corner. Mindfreak already dropped down to 50. Never
Ya
mind, he's dead. He's
Allah.
finished.
Kasian
Dealt
banget.
with.
And now, to be honest, Loud have no reason to immediately go into a B site hit. Right? They
Masih
know
dapat
that
gede.
PaperX are very fast on defensive rotations. They
Mainnya
cleared
udah
out
pasti
Gelato
nempel
early.
bro, Loud
Loud
bro.
can just pump the brakes here and allow PaperX to spread out a little bit around the map, or even force them into making a play that they can punish.
Oh, plans. Smoke off the timing for it. Just trying to block off B main here. Ollie sent flying into the smokes available here. Ready with the spam. Damage being done. Sadak barely alive, but does return the fire. Forsaken still. What a spot. Be clear potentially, but faced by too many. Targets in opposition. This time storming into the site. It's going to be getting caught with that territory. Loud now. Reload.
Piye ya?
The Odet. 2 players.
Piye ya?
Yet though, it's got us back to fully available players. Flashes.
Aime lo
Quite
podo ra
excellent
kena
peeking through
kabel.
it. So now Loud
Masih
taking
jadi
the
kalah
lead,
sih cuma
10-9.
gara-gara Ron itu cok. Aduh, itu loh Ron itu
And
loh.
you can see the
Udah
PaperX
WP-nya.
are trying to disrupt it. If that had been the Loud taking a main control at the start of the round instead of B main
Lah.
control, then they would have had an enormous to be able to impose their will on the defense side. But what we saw from Loud on
DC dulu ya, Pak ya.
Itu bukan salah Cahaya Cok. Pertama, Something udah bunuh. Kedua, Jason nyari posisi di situ. Terus yang ketiga,
Kayak reconnect nih loh, baby lah.
habis itu pas Cahaya 1v1, pingnya salah juga. Semuanya itu nggak salah Cahaya Cok.
I main Sova on Lotus.
Iya, dia di ping, dia ngecek.
I mean, honestly, there's worse things to play. There are worse things to play. Yeah, I've seen.
Iya bener. Cahayanya mana bisa lihat musuh di mana, blok.
Enggak lah, itu dia udah di his part anjir. 1 lawan 2 tuh udah resultnya 50-50. Ngerti sih dua-duanya low, cuma gimana ya?
Forsaken's not really found opportunities to have his will imposed upon the game.
Cahaya terus yang
Namanya miss info ya kan?
Fights, grabs one,
Away.
and he gets out.
Forsaken scot-free, man.
He's the player that's been the difference maker this tournament, and he wants more.
Punish the jump spot. Players waiting for him to just make that kind of
Ini harus diganti tau gameplay-nya. Dari tadi aku baca Jason solo player tau gak sih? Ngerti gak sih?
Iya.
Jadi kalau lu bisa bunuh dia, kemungkinan site-nya kosong.
Spot the PaperX are being put into here, so the fact that Loud are just getting into these sites, obviously against the half by PaperX, but they're not having to use ultimates doing it. They can save them now for when PaperX have a bit of a buy round and money's back into a orderly and sensible fashion.
PaperX here. Again, the silver lining would be to apply enough pressure that the ults do get invested. It just doesn't seem likely though.
It doesn't, does it?
And PaperX's game plan has broadly been, well, we'll just see.
Alah, wes.
Gila kayak di tracking gitu.
Bubar.
Gila, Les apaan sih? Jago amat dah.
And not just that, PaperX are not playing the other side for full retake. They're playing it to still anchor with like one player.
Justinnya nggak boleh main sendirian, Cok.
Nggak apa-apa, dia main sendirian. Tapi dia aja yang nongol dulu di depan. Kalau mau bikin presence-nya kayak gitu kan ya. Jadi begitu dia habis dapat satu, dia pikir bomb setnya kosong.
Guyuy.
This is the round where PaperX absolutely
ini loh, Ci. Ngapul.
Guyuy. Kalah guyu. Motor bebek lah.
PaperX are realizing that. Hits coming through.
Here it is, rolling front. That will be a lot. I did dodge it, but there's a one-way smoke into his face. At least they deal with that. Run it back to fight. To try and disrespect this timing. Out and through. Yes, the PaperX players still holding their ground, basically rooted in place. And Les is now going to offload the pit to try and get them through. This is a call.
This is an amazing role if you're planning to rotate and maybe split or go over to B. It's not that great for going into site, but it keeps a lot of players on site.
Using a nightfall. Two tags.
Iya, bubar.
40 seconds. Loud happy to wait this one out.
Di split Cok.
They're going to take it towards A. Seems like
Yes, bubar.
So Forsaken's worried.
30 seconds left.
he's had to watch and peel himself away.
Bubaran gaming nih.
Paranoia settling
Oke. Bubaran gaming kah?
names away from them.
Astagfirullah. Apa wi? PP macam apa itu?
Oke, nice Cok. Ya Allah. Aduh, gue udah getok kepala anjing.
Yulu. PP Yulu.
Anu gambling.
Memang isoy dadi braided, isoy 200 IQ isoy.
Aduh.
Gak cuma gue Cok.
Pas itu dia liat Davai-tele kan?
Waduh sih.
Sakit kepala anjing.
Ini gestur waduh.
Gerakan tambahannya terlalu many ya, manis ya. Gila tuh si AWP Cok.
Twist.
Lucu lagi.
TP.
Tinggi-tinggi ya, tahu loh.
Iya.
Bahayanya bisa nih kalau dia cuma nge-swing doang, dia mending tele.
Dar.
Ih, anjing dia ngeri banget dah lu.
Anjing, nice.
Gila bego ini sumpah something sih, bukan orang nge.
Apa dong?
Terlalu jago sumpah anjing.
Wah.
Banget. Ngomel.
Disiplin. Ini ngobrol kan lo.
Lega. Iya, astagfirullah. Di ade. Lek high sen ini ngono mesian. Di ade bingung.
Mampus. Ayo guys, please jangan
Tolonglah jangan. Aku mohon anjing.
Gila kalau final apa ketemu apa keren jing.
Tolonglah jangan.
Wah. Something is always a couple of seconds ahead of the play here.
Iya bener, something bener. Selalu dia satu step duluan daripada silot ya.
It's all about those tiny, fine margins. No hesitation.
Ya Allah, jantung gue udah capek, cok. Sumpah jujur aja.
Yo, dia udah banyak tuh.
Banyak ya?
Yeah, it's actually one of the first times we've seen Les try to solo take this area, and he's immediately dropped.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of counterplay, I think, as well. Les usually throwing the orb from that angle.
Something makes it feel like it's the same setup in this round, which broadly speaking it is, by taking that op shot into market. And now it's actually caused Loud to pivot away. They do not want
Shot. Was flash.
Itu dia nggak sadar, itu dia pas banget timingnya anjir. Bukan dia dodge, dia belum lihat. Kan kita kan lihat sih finishnya begini, kalau dia kan nggak lihat.
Bener.
With all of this noise, something's getting on a more aggressive line. So if they try to go back into a key split, it's going to be difficult.
Ayo, alah.
Udah pak, kayak anjing.
Ah, nice. Oh, nice.
Satu lagi cok.
Anjing. Disiksa gini cok, dapat cok.
Menang nang gue dulu. Menang coy, dapat coy. GG. Wah. Enak. Iki baru nembak enak. Kayak langsung pala gitu ya. Dar, pala. Oke. Pala, set. Wah.
Enak ngedor anjir.
Set ngetek.
Aron tersenyum cok.
Wah. Malu gebrak anjing.
Lekong anjing.
Alah gebrak mulu.
Alah.
Lemas gebrak mulu.
Nice wes. Menang.
Let's go Paper Rex. Let's go
Fix. Anjing lu.
Ayo lot.
Wes.
Adu mulut ngentot.
Kelihatan dong dia enjoy main.
Tolong. Ayo ting.
Wih, alah.
lari terus dia pokoknya
Ayo.
dia repost.
Ayo laut clutch McD.
Bukan maksudnya
Clutch McD. Wah, gelo. Ya tolol.
Pansi orang masih banyak amat senjatanya.
Ayo ulti son.
Bagus Ron, Molly temen lu Ron.
Molly kok nggak menang sih.
Tenang Ron.
Anjing Odenya di gua aja.
Tadi jatahnya pun.
GG cak, let's go.
Menang. Juara.
Suruh. Kita tinggal suruh Papre kalah.
Let's go. Guys.
Mulai dah kawan.
Bujir, gue pick winner.
Dilungkah sih guys tuh.
Pick winner.
Nganu we sampai dulu ane stream we.
Isek toh.
Aku kesal sih dulu.
Gawe mampir like sih mending.
Wes ngentot.
Gak wes toh.
Gue gak mau ngebet lagi pokoknya. Kenapa udah
Wes dang wes. Dulu stream gue wes turu.
Excuse me, would you mind
taking a picture of this?
No problem. Thanks. Yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take
besok
all
gak
the
sih?
pics.
Besok BO5 cuma satu match, Cok. Besok aja kita nonton.
That means panoramic. And
Just
as many
review.
portraits of me as your
Will.
heart desires.
How about none?
None feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. Only on
Mas
Verizon.
2, let's go. bet lot lagi biar kalah. Aduh, gue pengen ngebet nih. Bet siapa ya, Besti? Poin gue berapa? Gila, Streamlabs bot gue kayak udah mau menyerah anjing ntar lagi. Udah gak sanggup dia, Cok. Nightbot ini poinnya kita hapus aja gak sih? Sabar. Loyalty Nightbot. Weh, di live ucil gak ada ya guys? Gak ada ini. Gak ada. Ih, tadi gak ada, terus kok gak ada sih? Gak ada ini. Kenapa dia banyak banget poinnya diem-diem si Nightbot? Nggak ngapa-ngapain. Poin gue berapa? Oh. Map keduanya sunset. Nah, itu muncul di komen. Apa yang di komen? Ya kan? Lu jangan banyak bacot ngatain poin gue miskin. Gue mau nambahin poin gue 70.000. Hari ini gue redeem battle pass buat diri gue sendiri juga bisa, anjing. Lu jangan menghina poin gue ya. Ingat kalian viewer. Kalian hanya viewer, saya yang punya. Di live ucil gak ada ini, Cok. Gak ada bet, maaf ya. Gak pada 100 dong, gak apa-apa. Gak bisa gitu ya, bisa. Gila lu ya, sembarangan lu ya. Gue tinggal tambahin loh poin gue sendiri. Mana Mei itu? Mei, nggak ada, Cok. Nggak sanggup, Cok. Dia nggak sanggup, Cok, mengadakan nama gue, Cok. Nggak bisa, Cok. Dia nggak sanggup, Cok. Nama gue nggak mau muncul, Cok. Bet map 2 sunset, guys. Bet. Kata gue juga lu pada jangan pada songong dah. Gila, gue kenyang banget makan seblak. Masih ada sisanya lagi itu seblak. 2 hari telat kerja gara-gara nonton master. Gak apa-apa, Dias, kamu sudah bagus. Setiap win satu map kalah terus, itu namanya unlucky ya. Namanya unlucky deh. Pasti monyet dihujat. Padahal tadi kan bukan salah Cahya kan. Maksud loud band apa? Maksud loud band maksud.
Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm with
kita dengerin Alex sih, guys.
That was a really close map. I want to know what was the most difficult part about the prep for this match, especially since it's such a high pressure match and you're up against a team that you really only get to play against in events like these.
Yeah, I think Law is one of the most intelligent and most consistent teams on the circuit, right? So they don't, we don't even know what they're gonna pick on the map. They can play almost all 7 maps, probably can. We just have to focus on ourselves this game. I think we haven't had the best run, so we really just want to get this, get ourselves like quite more aligned, if anything.
Okay, keeping it humble, but that had us on the edge of our seat. So let's jump into the game for more.
PaperX nggak sih, kata
PaperX proving that you cannot judge a book by its cover. You think when they're out of this one, but they don't have it anymore. They find the
You cannot judge book by its cover ya, Dek ya. Adik-adik.
Against a loud team.
Gue pengen bersih muka dah.
A lot of people were giving PaperX the time of day against.
The thing is, even if if you judge them by their contents, the context, it's changed a lot
Pengen
throughout
nyakitin
this
Mimi,
tournament.
mau
I think this
telanjangin
team
Mimi,
came
colong
in
jaketnya.
not looking in their best form, but they just displayed an incredible map against Loud here. Their executes were looking
Yang
great
belum
on the attacking
subscribe
side.
jangan lupa
Something's
subscribe, yang
obviously
belum
wrong
like
on
jangan
the
lupa
defense.
like,
It's
yang
clear that
belum
with
join member
time,
jangan lupa
this
join
team is
member, yang belum
really
donat jangan
starting
lupa
to figure
donat, yang belum
themselves
bet jangan lupa
Yeah,
donat,
exactly.
yang
And on
belum
the
bet jangan
side of
lupa
Loud,
bet,
even though they have
yang
a lot of
belum tanda
experience with
surprise
this
jangan lupa
composition,
share
we
point,
still
yang belum follow
see
Instagram aku
some
dan Ucil
mistakes,
jangan
like,
lupa
you know,
follow.
dry picking when you have a composition that has Phoenix, KO, and Breach. Cowan seen from the defense, not finding
Aku
a moment to
ini
even
sunset
use his
kalau
ultimate
bisa
until like the
miskin bansos
penultimate
lagi.
round, and holding
Dasar
them and
kalian
actually
tidak
not
bisa
using the composition to the full of its ability.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people watching
mengatur
this team
keuangan.
originally was kind of bringing up that some of the combos looked undercooked. I was one of
like
those people,
this.
but at this point, it's so well put together, right? The timings they're playing with, using the fade ult to deny noise, send that heavy presence towards A-main, as Yet just picks the perfect timing. The coordination for the squad is looking on point.
Yeah, I think that overall, the way that they were working the map, sometimes and at a certain point in their attack, it looked a bit overcooked. You see that the map looks very different when you don't have a sentinel in both of the ways. And I also think it has to do a lot with the Viper play, right? Because we saw a lot of very different balls coming from both of the teams. I don't know if we will have the time to actually like dwell on what each one of them do.
Nge-cast di NA nggak pernah miss international event as host anjir.
Been an overtime perfectly.
You know what's one thing I really enjoy about Paper X is that you think that they like when they go for these like wild plays, they look like they're geniuses. But when they don't go their way, you're questioning, you know.
Soalnya menurut gua Loud sunsetnya jago sih,
Look it up here.
sumpah.
One example of that, something. I mean, the guy was just lights out that whole map because he was just taking risks. He was getting in front of them, and he was creating opportunities and creating space for his team with that.
Gila ya.
I've
Dia
been
gila
a
banget
big
anjing
hater of the
nembaknya tuh.
Gecko up in the past, but I think the way that they played it, in particular on this defensive side, was really good. Loud as a comp that relies on getting extremity control with the double flashes and splitting into sites. Something is really good at finding timings around flashes, taking that split-second moment and getting a kill on an extremity. That was utterly shutting down Loud's execute in the first part of their attacking side.
I got a stat from Space, shout out from him. Something took 33% of first engagements and
261 ACS, KDA-nya 2,0 cok. Ini baru berapa sih?
Coming in from a Gecko. And by the way, you know, now that we're going into Sunset, this is not the composition that is played without a duelist, okay? This is Gecko when there is a duelist also in the composition. Definitely, this is one of the other things that throws everybody so off of a Paper X. It's not that their duelist is going to be in your face, which is going to be probably on your back because of that movement. It's also that you have to deal with something on the operator.
I also really want to credit Coach Alex for whoever the IGL du jour was for this team today, because they really varied up. They had very small words, actually.
I'm not a smart guy.
Per skillnya 7
But
gila.
they really varied
Per
up how
skill
they were
something
going
sama
for
per
that
skill
aggression.
cahaya
Early on,
banyak
they were
per
going
skill
for those
something
extremity
emang
fights I was
duelist
talking
main
about. Then Loud
anjing
figured it
real.
out. They varied it up and went for mid-round aggression instead. And then towards the end, very last round of the game, they go back to the
Atau Seven
extremity
masih
fight.
India.
Win it.
Emang
It was a
Seven kalau di
beautiful
India nggak
map
boleh
from
pulang lagi ke
Paper X.
Jakarta.
Another heartbreaking
Buat ketemu
close map loss for
keluarganya,
Loud, which
buat
now brings us to
pacarnya,
Sunset.
buat
Exactly.
perpanjang
We need to talk
visa
about
gitu, emang nggak
Sunset,
boleh.
about obviously what happened yesterday, a Loud that was running out of time in a lot of instances, that was losing the plot, and how this Paper X is
Nggak
going
sampai
to be
50% sih
different,
sebenarnya
right? We're
kalau
talking about a Paper X that most likely will be playing with the Sage. Again, with no
30%.
duelist on this map
sih.
against a Phoenix. Definitely, I'm looking at the Gecko play. I'm looking at that kind of surprise that I think was
Kami setuju nggak Cahaya masuk
for
boom banget,
Loud.
kayak Cahaya masuk boom sampai kami ngapain? Udah di franchise cok? Kapan masuk boom aja? Logika cok, udah masuk franchise terus turun ascension lagi ngapain
right in
ya?
this competition. They've played it a few more times. They've thrown some unique ideas. They've beaten the likes of Heretics and EDG. They beat Genji in the Pacific Kickoff. This is doable for Paper X at a 2-0.
Yeah, I really like the way, especially these two teams comps are going to compare. Loud is playing the Phoenix Breach again. It's a similar win condition of playing for really heavy extremity control on their defense, getting QCK posted on those lines and farming him orbs. Paper X did a good job of shutting that down in that number one, but I think it's a lot harder to do this Breach when Loud will be on defense on Sunset.
And especially, we go back to something that we already saw on Ascent. No Sentinel for this team. Of course, we see the Sage, but it is not the same. A Sunset with no Cypher, but both Vipers on both the sides. I'm looking at the Vi and how he's going to be using those walls, not only for him, for Moniet, and how Loud is going to read onto those.
No matter who's on the team around him, Sodox Loud has an expectation of making it deep in these international runs. They lost to Paper X at champions. They have a chance to make up for it here.
Wakanda
if they
forever.
push us to the
Menurut
third
gua,
round.
suatu hari nanti, nggak tahu kapan, tunggu lu punya uang yang pasti yang banyak, lu bikin super team menurut diri lu sendiri sih. Menurut gua, soalnya kayaknya lu nih lumayan punya pemikiran sendiri gitu ya. Gua nggak ngejudge pemikiran orang sih. Menurut gua, lu mendingan bikin tim sendiri, bikin super team, lu bayar tuh player-player lu mau masukin franchise, lu minta Mariah franchise turun ke lu, seperti lu gitu. Menurut gua. Soalnya, close bet cok, lupa gua gara-gara baca komen Ucil nih. Close bet guys, dadah.
Immediately takes some control. The clashing tiles.
Yeah, they're just trying to fight them. They're watching for it.
Tui's. I think he got a collat there with the ghost onto Divine and Monya.
A ridiculous beginning here.
What's happening?
I can expect Mindfreak, who's worked his way in. He's thinking twice about it now. Backs himself into market. What a beginning. I mean, the smoke deep down. Not expecting that Tal's aggression there. That just comes down to a game of chance.
Paper X is so happy to opt into the variance that is
Ding.
smoke there to try to block off certain sight lines.
Apa-apa. Boleh berpendapat bebas.
Bapuk lah something babi.
Which also involved them charging towards mid through time.
Run. Allah. Oi. Lewa.
It's a good idea
Ah.
Kamu bisa temenin viewer dulu
push
gak?
through that, see if he can fight the kill. Yeah, it's going to be his ult that they try to build up early.
Mau duduk sini gak?
Mau?
That's not exactly the way the
Bisa didorong.
to open things up. It's actually very close. 2 kills under death plus the ult.
We'll see how that opens up. I mean, yeah, they're just using that deep smoke to hide from a potential deep dart that gets used.
Orang apa di berat.
Yeah. It's a specific counter-strap pistol, and Loud just happened to utterly destroy it. And now, Paper X stacking towards the A site.
Smoking mid in the exact same fashion, hoping that somebody sees it. Just a call, like there could be that presence into mid.
Halo guys. Mohon maaf.
Oke, nice.
Saya lagi urus duit. Fulus.
Early on, over towards A. So, Zalek's got to accelerate, they've got to get into the B site. But you've always got to be worried with Paper X. Is there still one player hanging around this area? It's going to slow them down slightly.
That's why they're clearing it. Due diligence.
Oke.
Showcase, drone through as well, making sure they're into
Oke,
the
wes.
site.
Sabar. Oke, flash. Nice.
Ente. Wih, cah. Wih, cah menang.
Wah, cahaya GG cahaya.
Ini nice banget sumpah.
Bondo ghost loh.
Tap dulu. Nice banget sumpah, cah. Nice banget.
Kenapa? Apa yang terjadi?
Anjing. Good job banget dah ya, anjing.
Mantep Cioks.
Tadi aku lagi baca.
Oke, menyet. Alewa.
That is immediately in round 2 showing you some of the power that Paper X have on defense. And it comes down to the fact that their comp is so good for flood defending into B.
Dual ini.
Alewa. Anteng ya divisi anteng.
Sorry, kalah. Udah pulang.
Gak usah kayak gitu juga.
And then Sage also blocks the off and smokes additionally too.
Apa sih itu?
Loud are gonna find it difficult in post-plant situations.
Oh, itu.
Four spotted here.
Kenapa kamu?
Wonderful indicator.
Kenapa?
Dangerous. Maybe
salah aku aja.
just flip the back ahead of Divine.
Kalau salah aku nggak jadi disayangin.
Gitu.
Too easy, fast to get into position to make the play. 2 players doubled up Divine something looking to re-clear.
Yeah, good level of awareness.
And Forsaken also with pretty decent.
Oke, Son. Son.
Yeah, into this corner he's really
Oh, carane ngono lho ngepick iki.
Doesn't matter about the superior weaponry. To be that refight, the repeak as well.
Oke.
Wrangling the beast that is their rifles. Aftershock can be walking too far into this one. Dodging of the flash. Dizzy up into
Wah.
the air. But Sanek, he's taking a fight
Lah,
to
itu
them.
gas ya.
Frustration really showing. Dodging at the timing. No! The
Oh, ngerti anjir.
Cok, pernah trip di Bali.
Tripti. Cara nih nge-swingi bae ngono. Misalnya nge-swing ya kudu cah loro. Sing siji popping ada, popping banter. Sing loro baru ngepick tenanan. Set.
Sekali aja guys, donate sekali aja. 10.000 kek, goceng kek, nggak apa deh. Biar ada bunyi cring gitu loh.
Lu cuek,
Ilmu.
lu juga males donate tuh.
Gua tuh kalau kayak gini tuh lebih suka nonton. Gua nggak baca komen maaf ya guys. Tapi gua kalau lagi main gua pasti baca komen.
Itu bohong lagi. Itu bohong lagi.
Nanti gua
Nice.
ada satu hari gua mau live, gua mau kasih tahu.
Oke.
Maksudnya kayak
Bah. Sheriff. Anjing sheriff.
Janji Sentinel kah?
Part 2 kayaknya.
Pertarungan rank 2 dan lawan rank 2 nih. Pak 2 lawan Amer 2. Terus.
Oke, ayo. Bah. Best gila GG. GG.
Cakep Real.
Kecring.
Semangat nih.
Kasih tuh GG kocak.
Mantap. Thank you. Siapa tadi tuh? Tadi namanya siapa?
Dar.
Kan lu ngomong tadi.
Thank you bro.
Dar. Bah.
Just chatting.
Pokoknya setiap kali lu Doret pasti menang.
Ini baru nice. Nice.
Ngentot.
Ini baru
Jadi
nice.
ini gua kidding aja. Tawa terus Pai. Happy kan Pai?
Thrifty. Tiriripti.
Thank you
Mangacil.
Rep. Mangacil, makasih banyak.
Wanjing.
Banget bang, mantap, gila. Ini
Terus.
baru viewers gua.
Terus ini udah.
Lihat betapa kerennya viewers aku. Diminta tolong langsung. Semoga rezeki kalian tidak habis
Saja engkong.
balik 10 kali lipat kok. Udah guys, stop. Jangan ini lagi, jangan donate lagi. Op. Udah.
Sosial bus kamu udah bangun.
Gak, aku saiki gak enek sing ngedonate. Ndang saya donate ndang.
Makasih yang udah donate, sorry nggak kebaca.
Donate.
Ya, makasih ya, makasih banyak sumpah.
Gue njajal lo donate 10.000 ya.
Tapi semangat gue jadi semangat.
Kok tak balik nendang.
Berarti saat aku diem ya.
Gue donate 10.000, so tak balik nih 2.000 ndang cepet.
Ron, make a play.
Jajal notif lho.
Love you mean it.
Love 00S donate me 10.000.
Saya ngono.
Rex FTW.
PRX FTW. Mantap.
Makasih.
Thank you.
Love you mean it.
Bacot.
Donate me 10.000.
Donate babi lah.
Kiss dong BG Ucil.
Bauan rek donate babi.
Love you mean it.
Ah tak pateni sisi suarane kapok we. Oke, Davai, nice. Saiki donate sik wae tak pateni sik suarane. Ah, diripti terus loh. Diripti terus sih. Wah, babi donat. Thank you for the donate. Wis males. Kayak carane dulu.
Kopi chill ya, thank you ya guys.
Carane dulu.
Gua bener-bener
Akeh
udah
nganu.
doang sumpah, tapi makasih banyak ternyata kalian sayang sama kita.
Sing stream.
Thank you.
Anjing gimana turu?
Karena Mei yang hibur dari tadi.
Mending Yanto Kojo ya.
Nada.
Terima kasih siapa.
Ah. Mending Yanto Kojo.
Habis energinya habis.
Setuju.
Energinya habis.
Tenang.
Kata lu cuma point dari seorang 4 second.
Malah dulu Indo. Udah tolole.
Besok gua live sambil main sambil ntar gua bagi.
If you break it, you give away. There was serious pressure behind that.
Top of him, Divine loves to play on top of this here. Great flash. Taken rattles off a few bullets. Let's
Lu joget kayak Lilo dong. Musti.
to the opposite direction.
Emang kamu ada video share?
Nggak tahu.
Make a go of this one here. Pop flash plays a Hunter's Fury at his back to set it up. And
Weh.
then an anti-flash position.
Gua lihat
Okay, so
dulu.
loud.
Tar aja guys, tar.
Elek ngepike.
Salves now into this site. Will they choose to use any more ultimates? A bit of Random spray once more by Divide.
Doyan cepet nikah. Amin. Selamat, Cok.
It's a bit of chip damage, but nothing really more to show.
Flash masuk. Wah, flash Gecko nih mantep. Aduh. Alah, alewah.
Sumpah Bang Cawanjin ini anjing sumpah.
Cawanjin.
Pinter banget Cok nge-counter utilnya.
Uy. Kruntep Mahanakon. Suara boy. Suara boy.
Oh dia WP saving.
Love you mean it.
CHSTORE donate Mei 50.000.
Thank you.
RX menang dapat
PPRX menang dapat 300 sekali lagi. Pasti menang, Bro.
Oke. Tolong ya PPRX. Kata Ucil kamu pasti menang. Iya anjing Les jago banget anjing dulu gitu.
Santai nih PRX menang karo dulu. Sahur. 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 Sahur.
Tenang aja. 300.000
Ko
akan
bangun
masuk ke dalam
ko.
donate kita. Karena PPRX
Tidur
pasti akan menang.
mulu. Valorant kocak.
Anjing ada Albert Cok. Albert bukan lagi watch party juga, kok ada di situ?
Membelah diri sih.
Enaknya jadi orang kayak Alex sih. Nggak ada keringet, nggak ada minyak. Alex Saleh. Tapi gua ini sih.
Tapi iya tampilannya.
Sekali sama Alex pas lagi di Thailand. Orangnya baik banget anjir.
Nenek gradasi nih.
Nggak kayak yang di depan kita lihat ini.
Go loud, let's enjoy it.
Maksudnya ngomong gebrak meja.
Bukan maksudnya advice yang dikasih buat orang lain gitu loh. Maksudnya kan kayak biasa kan orang kayak nggak mau ngomong aja. Dia baik banget anjir ngasih tahu kayak Q poinnya gitu loh yang kayak harus dibenerin di tim gitu kayak baik Cok orangnya.
Emang ya Cil.
Paling bener like, emang like, kita partnership like sumpah. Serius. Begitu lu gebrak meja gua lanjutin break juga nanti. Jadi kita double kita.
Emang ya Cil.
Kita kalau satu tim di meja analis like pasti dipikirin player card sama PPRX sama Riot. Apa tuh player card? Apa tuh player card? Meja patah. Alek yang ngebrak biar menang tuh. Oke setiap kali gua main Riot harus beli monitor sama meja deh. Monitornya gue yang hancurin. Mejanya Alex yang hancurin. Best pairing.
OP guys.
Ujungnya lobby ya.
Bimen OP.
Pot aku udah bener tau ternyata harus dicas doang.
Set. Ngepick, ngawal.
Iya Ron.
Wah, kelok GG. Iron alah.
Udah Pak. Jangan throw.
Wah, nice Pai. Wah, terlalu enak ini. What?
Bunuh nih.
Wait. Anjing. Wah, enak mau Aron mau GG.
Akhirnya wallnya guna juga. Si bangsat soalnya pernah pakai wall ini anjing. Iya main sekali.
Molly. Oh, diterabas loh.
Nah.
Nggak mati Cok.
Nggak kena.
Iya salah nggak kena.
Jadi hilang. Tereng deng.
Nge-ace Cok.
It's PPRX loh.
Ini cosplay dulu nggak sih kamu gebrok monitor dulu nggak sih?
Ini Alex nggak ada monitor coba.
Dia gebrok wow. Gebrak meja.
Ya kan? Bilang.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Masih berusaha di sini anjing.
Nice net.
It's PaperX taking a fight straight to them. Yeah, Loud opted into that pace increase. They wanted to try and fight it. It ends up them being punished. One way smoke. This is just
Clear cok nembaknya. Gel nembaknya clear cok.
Gerakan tambahan PaperX.
Wah geter loh. Wah geter loh nembaknya welek loh.
Gue malah.
Duduk ngadek, duduk ngadek.
80 sama
ujung lobby. Iko aku jelek sih juga kan. Jangan gitu. Ujung lobby.
Nggak bisa udah. Cuma ahnya kayak orang marah anjing.
Ajarin makanya.
Gak bisa. Cuma lulusan Illustria dong yang bisa kayak gitu.
Nyapo malah
Janggal Mei, bacot. Maksud 142 tuh 20 sama 22 maksud.
And that was something that I was a little concerned about going into this game, actually.
Oh, damage.
But I felt like from what we had seen over the course of the rest of this tournament, Cloud had more players stepping up with their individual form. You know, Les is just consistent. He's always a monstrous player. But I feel like QCK he's been playing better than expected to, and Currency has been like putting in some solid work. But I was looking at the other side of things for PaperX. It was only really Forsaken that was blowing me away. Something had some big moments but wasn't always there. Today, he's been on fire. If you want to look at one individual that turned the tide,
aja kan? Gini doang. Nih ucil kalau turnamen.
You've also been getting better and better performances from Monyet as he spends
Ya iyalah, orang menangnya cuma match doang anjir. Kalau menang turnamen baru. Kalau menang match doang mah chill out. Kayak John Cutie, Ice Cold gitu loh.
Bacot.
Trying to find that identity, I think.
John Cutie itu sebenarnya bukan kayak gitu, bukan ini loh. Dia mulutnya bau anjing. Puasa soalnya. Ya kalau gua ngomong banyak bujigong nih anjing.
Lebih ke aus gak sih Bi anjing.
Again, PaperX start 3 players ready to fight over A. And Loud go for the exact same default setup.
Playnya belok.
Sova, Viper over towards A, Currency into Talons. Ready for any kind of mid-aggression. Sure.
Di drone gak sih aku ya?
Actually taking aggressive map control.
Enggak lah, ada orb gitu di kontak udah pasti anjir. Pakai orb nanti.
For mid, face wide, doubled up in the high-low, but no casualties or kills yet. Devi, he's making a go of it, he's making a mess of it. Max puts him to rest.
Yeah, the Mosh got a kill and Sanak's just stealing all the way to all of these guys' faces.
Ayo.
No. Wait.
Menang aja loh.
Yang bener ya, entot ya. Yang bener ya anjing.
Anjing mau jadi babi lah.
Lu keren abis Cah, sumpah Cah, nggak bohong.
Cah. Karek nang didar ya wes lah. Kita tim atre selengean sih, PaperX iki tim selengean atre.
2 lawan 1 loh, winnable anjing.
Sakarepe dhewe.
Gak bakal menang tuh, Wis.
Ngepel tangan.
Headshot yang Malia nih, headshot nih. Tok! Udah tulis di Deathnote. Tok!
Kamu ngomongin Deathnote emang
Gila ini kayaknya PaperX lawan 10 orang yang menang ya di map ini deh. Bi. OP anjing mainnya sumpah. Gila loh, bener-bener ini dua-duanya dikasih nonton cara main game Valorant tanpa pakai Sentinel atau
sakit Bi kegesek.
Tanpa Sentinel. Anjir nesu.
The more mess that's involved here, the more I think we start playing towards PaperX's strengths.
Ngejinx.
Fast play again.
Pinter banget.
Flash into the corner, Monyet's here with the judge. No clearance. Sloppy. It's starting to get
sloppy. Uy, alewa.
Yo, sabun cok.
Pound for pound, this team.
Anjing.
Right in the chaos.
Diterusin itu.
Untuk Mahanakon. Aduh.
Takut.
Anjir, lihat Pepperex kalau udah mainnya pengen menang kayak gini nih. Takut. Mundur ya kan.
Itu Alex teriak Cahya. Emang iya?
Iya.
Cahya gitu.
Yang main Cahya Alex yang jantungnya udah dempet ke biji anjir.
Jauh banget ke sini.
Jantungnya turun sampai bawah, Cok. Tuh Alex kalau dia abis ini nih di MRI jantungnya pindah ke bawah tuh.
Bijinya 3 ngentot.
Ini baru Cahya gue.
Marah terus ngentot. Dia ngentot deh, gue marah mulu.
Dia nggak marah. Dia kayak hit nice shot gitu loh.
This is the first time PaperX decide not to fight over towards A.
Allow kah? Something with allow.
Louder actually being given this space. PaperX anticipating that they
Allow. Something allow.
Lagi mode lucu, Cok.
Pepperex main chaos ini karena pemainnya batu emang karena Alex itu chaos sih. Enggak juga emang ya udah gimana ya?
Halo. Munyet.
Nggak bisa di rumah banyak. Yang mereka percayanya main game Valorant kayak gini, jadi ya bakal dilakukan. Mau Genji, Sentinel, Pepperex. Cuma ini Pepperex yang ini baru dia orang gitu loh, mainnya nggak nge-throw. Kok kemana mah kayak dikejar satu orang, Cok.
Itu stepnya kemana?
Sekarang lebih komsnya lebih bagus.
Awas flash. Kayak gitu melebu. Gocek. Dar, allow. Something allow. Wah, gelo cowok deh. Wajir.
Spec up, Cok. Let's go. Itu dia Pepperex.
Jura.
Pepperex gitu. Berapa persen perbedaan Pepperex? Tapi kayaknya emang main sunset yang benar kayak gini ya. Maksudnya gerak terus, CT-nya nggak boleh nunggu doang.
Sahur.
Rotetnya lumayan jauh dah dari A ke B-nya.
Sahur.
Di mid-nya PR tuh nggak?
Sahur.
Ada aja tiap tahun yang dilakukan sama Pepperex.
Nice net.
Nice, Cok. Gila ya, ganti-gantian gitu perangnya anjing. Keren tai.
Keren. Keteleren.
Iya, timing, Cok. Oh no, bro.
Lewat ya?
Iya.
Oh no, something allow.
Lagi les, nggak gue bunuh. Sumpah, gue jalan ke CT anjing.
Temennya mati dong sama WP.
Iya, dia bisa makan orang lebih banyak maksudnya di belakang. Dia kan udah pasti tahu di sini ada WP kan, jadi tinggal flash.
Waduh.
Bakalan gue lewatin.
75 coy. Aduh, Sagini mumbul. Alah wah. Udah nice ini mah, udah nice.
Susahnya map ini tuh pas lagi lu mau crossing dari BKA nih.
Alah, udah nice ini mah.
Kalau lu nggak punya agent sentinel, lebih susah baca lurkernya karena semua orang bisa nge-lurk. Kalau kayak pasti kan ditanya nih, lihat cypher nggak, jadi ntar lu pas rotate lebih hati-hati gitu loh. Kalau lu nggak punya sentinel tuh jadi kayak lu nggak tahu nih yang nge-lurk siapa nih anjir gitu loh.
Silas tuh badannya gede gemoy gitu. Senyum nih. Siapa yang larang senyumnya?
Hello guys, I'm Jason, aka Forsaken, and I play for team Pepperex. Against Genji, we lost,
but I don't feel anything.
Ini masih ini nggak sih apa model
I mean,
namanya?
I can tell that
Mulet, masih mulet nggak sih dia?
Belakangnya mulet masih.
But at the same time, I would say we just want to go our bracket, you know.
Belakangnya mulet
I
itu.
know that they're good, and also we want to
Belakangnya masih mulet.
like shaky map, shaky roster. Also, it's like you're not doing
Mulet gaming.
Mulet dimodif.
Mulet dimodif kebalik.
Dego.
Emang.
Some damage, and there's the follow-up. A shot right to Texture's temple. That's going to put us in a 4v2.
No,
with Paper X
kalah.
definitely favored to
Musuh
take this pistol
janji.
now. Forsaken Fallen.
Dirancat. Besti ya
Something no
dibales.
delivers. Okay, he's up top and not spotted.
Yang harus dibalas sih yang ada duitnya dulu.
If we meet Cloud, I mean, I'm
Tadi
just gonna
gempa
go
Mei
in
gua
and
hampir
I
mati
hope you
dalam
guys
keadaan mulet.
enjoy our
Max.
W gaming, you know. Actually, I feel like
I mean,
Kali ini gempa berkali-kali kok nggak berhasil.
I think we W gaming for sure. I mean like
Banyak yang ngerasa gempa.
do our best, you know, and my team is playing for fun, and
Oh jauh
we don't have
Di Indo
pressure.
nggak salah kan anjing?
Yeah.
Oh Malang Surabaya gitu.
Yeah, like
Aku pikir tadi Jakarta Timur. Aku nggak tahu.
Just with the lowest of expectations, and now they're just improving.
Kenapa-napa nggak guys? Nggak kan?
Looking to really just take it to a team like Loud. They have the lead here.
Ayolah, please, Paper X, please. Please sedang menang, kayak sedang sahur aku.
Guys, ada yang mau beli keyboard saya?
Their previous playstyle involved them being in the flow state of all just having the same understanding of what was going on. And the more that you try to force that kind of thing and worry about the fact that you're outside of it, the worse it gets. Just getting
Ada yang mau
absorbed
beli
into
keyboard
it.
saya? Aku menjual custom keyboard Glorious GMMK Pro. Full custom guys. Bunyinya nih bunyinya.
Gak terungu, Ci.
Mantap kan?
Aduh kasurnya kotor lagi dah.
Kalau efek enggak.
Ayo Son, maju Son.
Harga berapa Cil? 3,5 nego.
Off-angle approach now with the paranoia. So
Oh,
flying onto the
efek
left-hand
jualan,
side.
bener.
Jeez. So not accounted for. QCK just trying
Gua
to
bikin
QCK.
bail him out, and they are just collecting all sorts of kills.
Okay.
Through the wall,
Nice.
collect the kill onto Divide.
Nice word.
Not playing great angles. Pushing
Great
themselves into spots where
angles.
they couldn't quite get it. Overextending to
Anjing saudara nyantol. Wih.
Iya dong. Switch apa Cil? Tactile.
Lewah. Krungtep Mahanakon.
Enggak. Oke.
Bunyi aja enggak kata viewer.
Emang enggak? Ntar gua kasih denger abis ini ya, sabar.
Ada di keranjang kuning ya guys, di bawah kiri.
Follow through with the bullets. Kill collected, but he does have too much to do.
Capek banget, sumpah gue cowok gak tau apa-apa ini anjing.
Stands up, holding
Nice.
Iya perangnya.
Iya.
Peler.
Kelihatan tua jadinya.
the initial start of this first half, but really it sets him up beautifully.
Emang keranjang kuning gue nggak punya keranjang kuning. Punya ungu ya sih.
Apa? Warna
Outline ya. Kita cobain abis ini ya. 2.500 enggak belum.
Paham.
3,5 nego tipis.
Penjual nggak ngerti keranjang kuning anjing.
Nego tipis. Bro, gua kasih semua bro. Switch, keycaps ada 2. Ini keycapsnya ada yang ini sama yang warnanya neon.
Wis menang ya. Goodbye Loud.
Yeah, you've lost a pistol round. Paper X on our attack side again.
3 lepas nggak?
Berapa?
3. Di live aku.
Loud.
Apa aja lepas kok?
Wah anjir hoki Ci.
Nanti gua balas.
Diberedet. Wah.
Dari kemarin bikin 3.
Wah.
Aku bikinnya 6 juta bi, tai. Kapan lagi nih?
Aduh, Lotte yang buri. Aduh. Wow. Nice Ron.
Nice banget Aaron.
Bro.
Udah di loop belum? Udah
Come
bro.
on.
Di loop sampai ke lubang hidung.
Come on lah. Come on lads.
difficult to deal with.
Keycapsnya banyak banget pokoknya. Gue pakai
cuma 2. Bohong.
3 ada. Adjust banana, adjust kiwi. Oh, keycapsnya 2, sorry ya. Yang satu ako, neon, satunya ini. Warna yang terlihat sendiri, ntar gue kasih lihat ya.
Udah beli wuting, Cok. Makanya tuh
bacot Mei bacot.
Demi dia pengen wuting 60 juga.
Bacot Mei bacot.
Gimana dong?
Terms of where the pressure's actually coming from.
Yeah, I mean he did have the spike on him, but the rest of
Stainless
his team
steel ya, Kom. Ya.
pop flash, wall up.
Bukan stainless.
Oke, nice one.
Lu ketika game yang Sapro deh.
Aduh.
Udah full custom. Lanjutin anjing gitu.
Bomnya jatuh.
Holy shit, man.
Pencuri. Emang dasar monyet. Monyet Bali, ulu watu.
Mirza ini kenapa sih?
Just like that. Suddenly there's a lot of doubt.
3 juta cicil seumur hidup 5.000 sehari.
Daylight robbery from Monyet.
Boleh tinggalin KTP aja.
Aku aja.
Enggak, tinggalin KTP aja, ntar gue cepet plakin palanya.
They've lost all map control. Yeah. They're having to triple up and reclear everything together just in case. And they're slow.
Oke, work sampai neng surga.
Kata gue yang nawar 3 juta atau mau beli beneran chat Instagram Ucil sih.
Ya udah paling bener nih chat Instagram gue aja.
Soalnya dia rada
cuek. Gue ini anjir apa?
Look at the map here. How far away the nearest LoUD player is. PaperX have got tons of time to try to reposition into a spot where they can upend the player disadvantage.
Please, sinteni ae. Ayolah.
Let's go Monye.
Ayo, nice. Aduh.
Really collect up that kill and get that trade online. So that was a bonus round for PaperX. The 2 players surviving for LoUD, they might even consider that a bit of a success.
Iya, serius bayar only, bro.
PaperX's economy is in a really nice spot. Not just that, they
Puting, pokoknya kalau beli baru nyampe ke Indo
Please lah, aku selak ngantuk. Tolong dan dimenang nih.
58 sekian lah, 58 ya bisa lah.
Tolong aja ngedraw. Please.
Dan kalau lu nggak kompetitif, mendingan nggak usah beli karena kalau lu nggak kompetitif tuh nggak gimana banget. Kalau kayak kita kompetitif, soalnya lawannya semua orang pakai wuting.
On ascent, one of the big reasons that LoUD are now 1 map away from elimination.
Poison no, the mini. Gue suka nih wall nyaran yang ini sama Orpe, sumpah. Bikin overthinking anjing sumpah, wall sama Orpe.